Thanks for tuning into Stocks with Antonio. I wanted to come on, make a recording Sunday night, go a little bit about the market. So far, it looks like the market's moving up. The market's still pumping. We've been running up now for 9, 10 weeks. It's crazy. And a lot of people are talking about a lot of stocks right now that have been running up and they've gone really far up, right? And the FOMO happens, and then investors want to get into it. And a lot of YouTubers and stuff are talking about the most popular stocks, the stocks that already run up. They're being brought to you when they already ran up, right? And it causes a lot of excitement. Well, I don't want to talk about the stocks that have been running up. What that does, it creates a lot of FOMO. And then a lot of people go, especially retail investors that don't know that much about the stock market, and they go and buy these popular stocks at these all-time highs or close to it, and then they end up bag holding, right? Nobody wants to really be bag holding. The goal is what? To increase your money, see your money grow, because the money that you have, it's a tool, right? That's your capital to try to make more money. So you gotta protect it. A lot of people talk to you about investing. You always hear invest, invest, invest. And investing is important. And it is the way that you can build wealth. But if you're investing incorrectly, you know what kills your money faster than inflation? Bad investments will eat up all your capital. You got to protect your capital because that's your tool to increase your net worth and hopefully get you to retire one day if that is your goal, right? Everyone's going to have different goals, but I'm assuming a lot of people watching this video, that's our goal. So I'm going to talk about two stocks that I really like. And if you're a subscriber, if you've been following me, you already know about these. One of them I brought to you before the move up, and I've been bringing stocks I've been making videos about stocks before the run up. Actually, let's talk a little bit about that. If you've been following me, I was talking about Palantir before it hit the 138. I was saying, hey, if we hit 138, it's going to go higher. I was talking about Meta when it was at 599, $600. I even talked about Hood the other day, and the thing is pumped. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe because I've been bringing some stocks to the channel before they've made the move where there would have been great opportunities if you got in. Now I cannot tell you when to buy, hold, or sell. I'm not a financial advisor. Remember, I'm just sharing with you the stocks that I like, the stocks that I'm buying. But if you have been watching me, you would have saw that some of the stocks I brought to your attention early, they are higher today. Now, if you are in the market, if you have some of these stocks and you see all that green, right? Because you bought earlier on, you might want to consider taking some profits because remember, we've been running up for weeks now. It's likely to get a pullback, and it's just smart to have some capital sitting on the sidelines to take opportunity when the pullback comes. Now, do not get it confused. I'm not bearish. I am extremely bullish. I think the best thing to be right now is in the market. Now, that's just my opinion again, right? Because a lot of people are so focused on, oh, this rocket blew up, the war and this and that. Hey, there's a lot of things going on in the world that is concerning. And I get it. It affects me, affects you, affects all of us. I'm not saying to not pay attention to what's going on in the world, but don't get so caught up on the negative that you get so consumed that you forget where there's wealth building, right? Right now, a lot of people are building wealth in the stock market. They're making money in the stock market. Some people are so negative, they're not even looking at the stock market. They're just paying attention to the news and just talking about how everything is so bad, and they're missing opportunity to grow their money. Remember, if you want to change your life, you got to look, hey, where is their wealth being created? Where are people making money? And if you just look at the stock market, we've been running up. If you pay attention to what the president says, he has been saying some stocks that he likes. And what have those stocks done? They skyrocketed, right? So you want to be looking for areas of opportunity. Also, a lot of people are getting rewarded in these stocks because they got in before the run up. You want to be looking for opportunity in companies before they run up. And one that I think a lot of people have forgotten about is Meta, right? Meta right now, it's not a bad PE. Meta beat their earnings. Investors are concerned because it's investing in AI. And a lot of these AI companies, what are they doing? They're running up. They're running up. I believe Meta's going to show that they're investing in AI is going to pay off. In the past, when people have doubted Meta and it's pulled back, what has the company done? It's come back up from those downs to new highs, and the company always proved at the end that the decisions that we're making ended up working out and the share price went to new highs. Right now, I believe it's an opportunity to get an entry and start to, building up your share position in it, getting as much shares you can, because I believe it's going to go a lot higher. Now, I get it. Some of you are like, hey, I don't really want to invest in Meta long term. It's trading over $600 a share. That's not a stock I can get into. Hey, if that's not the one you can get into, but you still like Meta, maybe for a short play, and you're like, hey, I don't like options, well, there's the 2X, right? You don't have to worry about the options or anything like that. Now, a 2X is not meant for long term, so please don't get that confused. It's meant more for day trading or short term. So if you believe Meta is going to go higher, and you don't want to get into Meta, you don't want to do options, you could do the 2X, which the ticker symbol is METU. And that trades under $30. I believe it's around 26. Now remember, I'm making this video Sunday night. So when you come across this video, if you decide to look into it, the share price may change. It could be less, it could be higher, it may still be around the same. I don't know exactly where it'll be at if you do decide to look into this one. But if you decide to get into the 2X, just remember it's not really meant to hold long term. Understand that investing does carry risk, and I'm not telling anyone to buy the 2X. I'm just sharing different options that are out there depending on what you may want to do. Now, Meta, I have in my portfolio. I'm working on increasing my share count. I believe this company share price is going to be a lot higher down the road. So I'm focusing on building out a position in it. I have done calls on it. I haven't done the 2X for this one, but there's a lot of companies out there that individuals like that you could do a short play on it with a 2X. You just got to Google the company that you like and you could see what the 2X is for it if it has one and you could play it. Now there's 2X's for the upside and there's 2X's for the downside. So the 2X's are kind of like options, but some people are like, "Hey, I don't want to do options at all." And they feel a little bit more comfortable with the 2X's. So that's what I'm talking about it on the channel. Another stock that I really like that I feel that it's attainable for a lot of people because it's currently trading under $20, which I believe it will change soon, is SoFi. Now, SoFi, I got into it last year in 2025 when it was trading around $13, a little over $13. That's when I got into it, and I've worked on building my position size. Now, a lot of people are not talking about SoFi. You don't see a lot of YouTubers talking about it, but when it was at $30, $32, people were pumping this stock all the time because it was popular, right? But if you're watching this video and you bought SoFi at those ranges, you're probably bag holding. Now, I do believe we'll get back to that, but that's what you want to avoid is you don't want to be buying these stocks at the run-ups. If you see the stocks already taken off, then you write it down in a notebook, pay attention to it, and get in when it pulls back if the company still has good fundamentals. Because what happens a lot of times when it runs up, people start talking about it because it gets some clicks, it gets some views, but then retail investors, they go, they get excited, they buy it, then it pulls back, and then they're bag holding, and that makes some investors give up on the stock market. Don't buy the ones that are just running up, in my opinion. Now, you do what you think is best for you, because there could be a stock still running up, you get in, and it could go higher and you make profit. But there is a possibility you end up bag holding. So what I like to do is, what are good companies that have been having good earnings, they're growing the revenue, that got good forward guidance, right? That have all the things that you want in a company, but Wall Street's forgotten about, that they're not pumping right now, that they're not talking about, that they're sleeping, they're saying it's dead money. I want to go ahead and make a position in those because a lot of times what happens is you got in at early, and then when finally Wall Street wakes up on this stock and it starts pumping, you reap all the benefits because you got in early and you were patient. That's the biggest thing. Being patient and looking for companies that are not being all hyped up in the moment. A lot of people like to go on YouTube or wherever they get the news, and usually the stocks that are talked about are the ones that are being pumped because the price is just going up, up, up to new highs almost every day, every week for a while, and then you end up buying when it's run up way too much. So I'd rather focus more on the companies that I believe are good companies based on their earnings, based on their numbers. I get in, I'm patient, I hold it, I focus on increasing my position size because remember, if you want to build wealth, if you want to grow your portfolio, you got to increase your share count on the good companies, on the winners. And I believe right now, Meta and SoFi are going to be winners in a portfolio. I have them in my portfolio. You already know I've been working on increasing my share count in Meta. And I believe these are really going to help get my portfolio to the next level. Just wanted to bring that to your attention, share two that I really like right now. Also, if you haven't done so, go ahead and check out a friend of mine. He has his own YouTube channel. It's actually bigger than mine. It's doing great, and he does Sunday lives, and his Sunday lives are actually really good. So go ahead and check it out. Average Joe Day Trader. Check out his Sunday lives. He lets you know if the market's going up or down based on the SPY, and he'll go over a lot of different stocks. So if that catches your interest, don't forget to check him out. If you haven't done so, do me a huge favor. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, I got a useful link in there in the description box for those of you that are into trading. Check out that link. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the next one.